This is Miss Candy from TPOT Media. Welcome to Dark X Dark X Dark X Dark X.
Let's get at it.
Open your mind.
Here comes X.
Dark X Dark X Dark X.
Think about this.
Dark X Dark X Dark X. Open your mind. Open your mind. Dark X Dark X Dark X. Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind.
Peace, folks, and welcome back to another edition of the Proper Thought series right here on the old TPOT YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you knew that already. That's why you are here. Now, tonight, y'all already know what it is. Good show. Oh, good look on the super chat, Brother Kenny. My brother. Good look, brother. Now, y'all already know who my guest is tonight. He needs no damn introduction. What's good, DJ Moss? I see you up there, brother. What's good, man? Yeah. Y'all all know my guest tonight. He is mostly known by his battle cry.
I am the voice of the everyday brother.
Yeah, old brother Obsidian will be up in the house tonight. And I think I owe him some royalty money because I'm always using this shit here, y'all. Oh shit. But y'all know this is DXL Dark Exodus Live. So y'all know how it go down here. Thursdays are wicked and wild. You know, Wednesdays, y'all know we do the serious shit. But on Thursdays, it gets a little crazy, right? Oh, good look, brother Bill, on that super chat, brother. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I believe Brother Obsidian will be stepping up in here in a minute. Let me go ahead and let me see, because I did hit him up. Let me see what's going on. I do believe he'll be here in a minute. But y'all know, like every night before we get started, I have to thank my supporters, my subscribers, my donors. I mean, the way y'all support this channel, man, the damn stream don't even start yet. Y'all already dropping coins on this motherfucker. So it's like, I just can't believe y'all, man, the way y'all support this platform, man. You know, like I always say, well, we growing now. The channel is growing. Okay, we had about 2,000 subs right now, but it's growing every day. And, you know, the way y'all support this channel, man, it just amazes me, man. It does. You know, y'all support this channel with your coins, with your views. Y'all subscribe to this channel, man. Y'all share these videos, man. Y'all like these videos. Y'all watch these videos, man. And y'all show up here every goddamn week. Good look, Brother Doug, on that super chat. Brother DUG in the house. Let me tell y'all something about Brother DUG. Brother DUG is moderator of the damn year. You hear what I'm saying? Brother DUG is that dude when it comes to the moderating skills. Anyone who doubt that is crazy. But yeah, the way y'all support this channel, man, I mean, I just can't believe it. Y'all write me emails about shit. Y'all even send me stories and shit like that. Y'all do all kinds of shit. So, I mean, it's all good, man. I'm humbled. I'm honored, man, and I'm grateful, man, because the stuff that y'all do, man, y'all don't have to do it. Okay, you don't have to watch these videos. You don't have to show up to these damn live streams. You don't have to subscribe to the channel, but you choose to do so, man. And you definitely don't have to drop your coins or your hard-earned money, and you choose to do that too. And I just want y'all to know, man, that I'm humbled. I'm honored, man. I'm grateful, and I appreciate y'all, man, and I thank y'all, all of you. All right. So, we're gonna try to get at it. I hope I ain't got a call Obsidian ass. Let me see. I have wrote him earlier. Let me see. See if he answered me and shit. Nope. I'm gonna call his ass, y'all. That's what I'm gonna do. So in the meantime, well, maybe he'll call me. Maybe he'll show up. Y'all know, before we start, we always do our TPOT roll call. Let me see who we got in the house tonight. I see Legend of Salmonia in the house. What's good, brother? Stoic One, what's good? Little Rock in the house. What's up, brother? DJ Moss, brother Brandon L. What's good, man? Sunolo. I don't know who you are, but welcome. My man, brother Sosa in the house. What's good, brother? I see you up there. My man, brother Kenny in the house. DJ Moss. Cool Gent. What's good, brother? I see you up there. Brother Bill in the house. Oh, brother Johnny. What's good with you, man? Brother John Clark. What's good with you, man? Brother Doug, of course. Who else? Dallas Cowboys. What's good with you, man? What's good, brother RJ? I see you up there, man. There it is. The TPOT. Roll call. I'm about to call Obsidian ass, y'all, because see what the hell going on here. Just talk amongst yourselves. James T, what's good? I see you up there, brother. What's good? My ice is cold. I see you, man. Oh, shit. Time Bandit in the house. What's good, young fella? And dropping coins. Appreciate that, man.
Welcome to Liger Mobile voicemail system. Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice
Y'all hear this?
system. At the tone, please record your message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Y'all hear that? Oh, what's good, brother Don C? Oh, brother Obsidian, it's me, man. You're supposed to be on this live with me, brother. Come on through, if you can remember. What's that, brother Don C? Oh, you just hit Obsidian up too? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just hit him up too, man. What's good with you, Don C, man? It's been a while, brother. Brother Larry Ward in the house. What's good with you, man? I see you up there. Good look on that super chat, Time Bandit, man. I hope you got something, man, out of the conversation we had last night, young fella. Good to see you back up in here, man. Brother Brandon said, let RJ take Obsidian spot. That's wrong, Brother Brandon. That's wrong, man. Let's see my man Don C up in here, man. You know, y'all see what Don C said, right? The damn like button is to your left. I see 40 of y'all up in here. Well, I only see 24 likes. Don't be lazy now. Y'all know what I'll do. Y'all know I'll stop the show and be like, I'll take this mouse and I'll say, move it slowly with that hand. Right about there. See right there? See right there? Click. And you're done. All right? All right. Cut to the chase in the house. What's good with you, brother? Nutso357 in the house. What's good with you, brother? What you say, brother Brandon? Obsidian on the couch with his lady. Yeah, right. Dallas Cowboys with the super chat. Good look, brother. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, brothers. I appreciate the way y'all support this channel, man, and the shit ain't even started yet. Y'all dropping coins on the channel and shit ain't even started yet. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? These are the type of supporters that I have. See, brother RJ in the house. What? Yeah, right. Just start playing some old bullshit, some old nonsense music. You know, you ever know those people, they make music and the music ain't good, but every time you come around them, they're playing it. Play some of that shit. Go ahead and play some of that shit. I tried to call Obsidian, man. He ain't even answer the phone and shit, man. I don't know what the hell is going on. To call his ass again. I ain't letting his ass stand me up, god damn it. Wake his ass the hell up. Because guess what? This show was his idea, y'all. Was his idea. Y'all hear that, right? Y'all hear that, right? Y'all hear that? See that shit? Ah. See that shit, y'all? Some bullshit, Obsidian.
Welcome to Liza Mobile voicemail system. Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice message system. At the tone, please record your message.
That's some bullshit. Some bullshit, brother Obsidian. What's good, brother James Hudson? I see you up there, man. Yeah, hit him on that other line, because I don't know which line I got, brother Don C. You know? Yeah, man, good look on those super chats, man. I appreciate that, brothers. I do, man. Because y'all know. Y'all don't have to drop your coins on this platform, man, but y'all choose to do so, man. And you know, I appreciate it, man. I do, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man. You know, my supporters, man, are ridiculous with their kindness, man, and their charity. And they just generous folks, man, and they drop coins on this channel. Y'all are, I tell you, y'all generous with y'all coins now. I give y'all that. But when it comes to these damn likes right here somewhere, y'all ain't generous on those. See? Y'all ain't generous on hitting this right here. See? Where we at? About right there. Hit them likes, man. Y'all know I like this number. Y'all know I like this number to match this number right here. It ain't cool when those numbers don't match, brothers. I need this number to match this number. Because if it's this many of you here, right? Right? This many of you here, that means it should be this many. If it's this many of you here, that means it should be this many likes. Unless you're just sitting up here just watching. You don't really like it. You're just here because you ain't got shit else to do. I mean, you're here. I know you must like what you're seeing. What's good, man? I see you up there, Stoic One. If you're here, you must like what you see. You can't tell me that you just sitting here and don't like it. That doesn't make any sense. It don't make no sense, y'all. All right? Get those likes up, man. Those likes matching the numbers, man. Do not let the likes fall underneath how many people are watching. That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, Don C said he gonna hit him up, y'all. But so in the meantime, let me tell y'all some shit that happened to me the other day. Because y'all know when I want to kill time, I tell stories. I was sitting out in my garage the other day, and y'all know those little trucks that ride by, you know, they Amazon trucks, you know, because you know Amazon got their own trucks and shit now. So my wife had ordered something from Amazon, and I was sitting outside, and the young fella came up. You know, he's like, oh, I guess he's like 24, 25, and he walked up and shit, and I'm beat, need to go crash. Oh, he's not answering the other line either, Don C. Do y'all know if Obsidian is down on somebody else's stream? Is he down on somebody else's stream, maybe? Because you know Obsidian is a popular guy. Some bullshit, brother Obsidian. That's some bullshit, man. Yeah, right. He probably sleeping. Motherfucker done stood me up and shit on some bullshit. They done stood me up on some bullshit, y'all. Oh, he rejected the call when you called him, Don C? Rejected it.
Welcome to Leica Mobile voicemail.
Y'all hear that?
system. Your call
Voicemail.
is to an
Oh, good look on that super chat, brother Brandon. Good look, brother. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, brother. See, that's some bullshit right there, man. Got the brothers in here dropping coins. And this dude, he's somewhere asleep. See that shit, y'all? And I with his ass, if he don't show up tonight, y'all, if he don't show up tonight, I want y'all on his ass about this shit. Because we all here waiting on this brother. And he got us sitting here like fools. So y'all need to be on his ass the next time he come his ass up on the air. Jump right on his shit and be like, yo, man, you stood X up the other night. You know, that's some bullshit. What's good, brother Gab? What's going on with you, man? Gab, you got some time, brother? Come on up, man. Let's shoot the shit, man. Until Obsidian get his ass in here, if you got some time. And anybody else who want to come up. Because Obsidian looked like he done took a powder and shit. So, I mean, I don't know what to make of it, y'all. I'm going to try writing his ass again. See if that works. He ain't answering the phone. Maybe he near a computer. Maybe he's near a computer, y'all. Let's see what's going on. He do this shit a lot, though. He do this shit to me a lot. He does this shit to me a lot, y'all. He's known to stand a brother up. And the crazy thing is, like I said, this was his idea. He wrote me, was like, yo, X, man, we got to do something. So, of course, I'm not going to say no to him. Now his ass laid up somewhere. He laid up. And right now, y'all, because y'all know this is some old bullshit right here. All right. Just hit him up again, y'all. So, you know. Know what I'm saying? So, in the meantime, y'all, being that goddamn Obsidian, I don't know if he's asleep or with his girl or whatever he doing. Anybody want to come up? Let me know. Y'all can come on up while we wait for this guy and shoot the shit. You know? This is some BS right here. Can't believe this dude, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go on with it, brother Nut. So you know me, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it going. I ain't gonna quit now. It's Dark XoDus. Thursday night, we gonna rock out no matter what. We're gonna rock out Thursday night, brother Nutso. So I'm gonna send it to my man Gab, see if he wanna come up. Send it to my man RJ. See if he wanna come up. See if he wanna come up. Let me see. Who else? Yeah, I heard conservative red pill. I heard, man. I was listening to it on my phone. I couldn't really get into it because I was working. I was in the middle of working. And but I was listening on my phone and I heard it, man. I heard it because Brother Fantastic was playing it. Oh, Nutso want to come on? Send me an email, Brother Nutso, and I'll send you the link, man. I ain't putting it in the chat because I don't trust Negroes. You know, we crazy. We ain't gonna do right. You know, motherfucker come up here and have his goddamn ass cheeks on the stream and shit. So send me an email and I'll send you the link. Oh, you might need my email, huh? Hold on. Oh, there he is. Ha ha ha. The guest of honor has arrived. What's good, Brother Obsidian? Hello? You muted, man. I can't hear you. What's good, man?
Yeah, how you doing? I forgot all about this, man. I was feeling a little off yesterday and was taking the day off and relaxing and had forgotten all about this. So I apologize about that.
Yeah, well, you know, we was over here talking shit about you, man. Even people in the chat was like, Obsidian probably got somebody bent over the couch and shit. So what's good with you, man?
Doing good.
All right, hold up, man. You know, I always gotta I can't have you on here without giving you your battle cry, man. I gotta play it at least one time.
I am the voice of the everyday brother.
There it is.
Yeah,
now it's complete. So let's get right into it, man. What do you think of what's been going on? the last couple of weeks? Because I got a few questions to ask you because a lot's going on as far as you're concerned. But I want to start
Well,
there.
how about we start there? You ask me questions and I can answer them because I find that very few people ask questions these days.
Yeah.
They make a lot of
Well,
assumptions and and all that. So I find it better to just ask questions and kind of do a Q&A. So we'll do it that way.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got plenty of questions for you. So what do you think about what's been going on media for the past, say, week, 2 weeks, with the whole DJ Kid, or as I refer to him as DJ Hiv? What do you think about all that as far as YouTube is concerned?
Hard to say because there's still a lot of information that, at least as far as I'm concerned, hasn't been confirmed. Like there's this idea that he's infected upwards of 700 black women and possibly girls with HIV, but that hasn't really been locked down, at least to my satisfaction. It's an ongoing investigation, so you can't really get information from legal authorities down there in South Carolina and all the rest of it. But based on what we do know at present, yeah, it's disturbing. I think it's a damning indictment of the Ungawa Black Power crowd.
Mm,
They've charged them, they've tasked themselves to protect our community. And if everything we know about the Jason Pope situation is anything to go by, they failed miserably again. So I think they're the biggest losers in all this.
wow. Now you also resigned from your post on the neutral zone. Now I'm part of I get your newsletter. Your newsletter comes to my email. So I kind of know, why you did it. But for the people who don't know, if you're willing to share it with the people that don't know, what were some of the main reasons that caused you to just be like, I'm out. Can't do it anymore.
Well, that's pretty easy. There's a difference of values. It's nothing personal with Ren. It's just a difference of values. Um, you know, uh, I've been talking about this for a long time, but Black America in particular has to deal with the fact that all Black folks ain't the same, and that's a very hard thing for a lot of Black folks to accept. Um, I mean, the only thing we share in common is a common ancestry, insofar as slavery and all that. But what has developed in the years following the civil rights movement is and it got its antecedents with the Black Power movements and all that, is the idea that anything that is white is illegitimate and anything that is um oppositional Black is legitimate. So we now have two Black Americas in the broadest sense. One Black America that has assimilated to a white American norm, and another Black America that has utterly rejected it. And that plays itself out in a lot of different ways, big and small, every day in Black American life. And that plays itself out in my time over at the Daily Roast. And it just got to a point where it's the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. So I just got tired of it. Plus, I wasn't getting paid. So
that's a pretty solid reason.
Yeah.
So you talk of this, I quote unquote white American standard that some of us have kind of adhered to and acclimated to, according to you. Does that make those of us who have acclimated, are we coons now because we've acclimated to that white American standard?
No. I think the foolish ones are the ones who, go around touting this authentic Blackness, which is little more than actually, if you go back and study like Thomas Sowell talks about this in his book, Black rednecks and white liberals, actually they're the ones that are coons because they're the ones that are aping the high Scots culture, cracker culture. They're actually Matter of fact, King Sigma calls them black rednecks from the book. So yeah, I mean, they're the ones that's the actual coons, acting in the way that they do. It's really sad.
Yeah, it is. It is. Um, so let me ask you this. I'm gonna jump around a little bit. Do you believe that the rise of media and YouTube and all that shit has that shit hurt us, man? Has this whole thing hurt us? I don't mean just YouTube per se, but media in a whole. Has that hurt us as black folks? Has it contributed to some of the niggatry?
No, I think it's only put a spotlight on it. I mean, it's always been around. It's just never been, put up on the jumbotron, if you will. We all know this existed. It's just never been put on display, kind of in a constant 24-hour loop, a la World Star Hip Hop or DJ Vlad, the way it is now. And as for it being deleterious, with any type of technological innovation, there's always the risk of some type of situation like that. But there's a lot of good things that come out of it. This show is a case in point. There have been many good things. The rise of the Black Manosphere, and many other good things have come about as a result of these technological innovations. So I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I think it's fantastic.
Now, I know you often, when I listen to you, you often play, a lot of Lycus. What drew you to Tom Lycus? Like, were you just somewhere one day and you heard him talking and you was like, damn, this guy talk good shit? What brought that about with you, brother Obsidian, where you became, I guess, Tom Lycus student, if you will?
Pretty much what you just said. I heard him one day and I liked it and I ran with it. There's nothing really there's no real dramatic story there. It's very simple. You nailed it.
Mm. Do you consider yourself a Tom Lycus knockoff?
No. I don't consider myself a Tom Lycus like a Tom Lycus knockoff at all. I'm still unique. I mean, I definitely am inspired by him, no doubt. But even with that being said, I'm still unique and have a unique presence. And I dare say, if Lycus were to hear me, he would say the same thing. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, we all know, what your main claim to fame is, the infamous BFF. I mean, what made you start? Because I've been listening to you for a while since you've been on YouTube. I mean, I've been listening to you for a while. So what made you focus in on that? Because I remember when you didn't used to talk about it as much. A lot of these brothers are Johnny come latelys, but I've been listening to you ever since you started on YouTube. So what made you pinpoint on that per se? Because you used to talk about a lot of other kind of stuff too, brother Obsidian.
Yeah. And what gets in on it was listener demand. It's an issue that I had Professor Glenn Lowry on the show yesterday, and he agreed with me that in my view, the single biggest problem facing Black America isn't racism, but that Black men and Black women don't get along. He agreed with that. I mean, this is a top tier scholar all his life, and that's something a lot of Black men want to talk about. A lot of Black women don't want to cooperate, and that's a major problem. You cannot build and sustain civil society when you have men and women at each other's throat. You just can't do it. And that's something a lot of Black men want to talk about. And the Ebony Tower and me, what I refer to as Black Vagina Vision Media, they don't want to talk about it from our perspective. They'll talk about it, but it's often very slanted toward a certain segment of Black women. Because it's not even really representative of all Black women. It's a certain segment, what I call the K. Michelle segment, if you will. They've gotten all the attention and the focus, and it's been my mission to break that up and to force another kind of conversation on the table. So that's the main reason why I talk. I mean, aside from the fact that it makes me good money and it's a lot of fun and all that, the more serious reason is because this is something a lot of black men deeply resonate with and want to talk about. And it has real world implications. You know, again, you cannot build and sustain civil society in black America when black men and black women can't get along on a fundamental level. You just can't do it.
Well, I have to agree, man, because Sister Ali, she's been saying this for like 20 years. She says that black men and black women only get along at one time when they laying down. She said soon. She said soon as they stand up, they go right back to fight. She said we
Yeah,
fight like hell.
there's a lot of truth in
Yeah,
that. There's a lot
yeah,
of truth in that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, she's
She's
right.
been saying that for 20 years, man. 20 years she's been saying that. So why do you think that people have such a problem with you? I mean, you're like one of the most famous. I don't know if I should say famous or infamous at this point, but everybody talks about you. You know, you're the only person that I hear your name more than I hear the goat's name. So why do you think people have such a problem with Obsidian? What do you think it is about you that everybody has such a problem with? And it's a lot of dudes too. It's not just chicks. A lot of dudes have a problem with you. What do you think that is?
Um, I'm just the secret. I guess you could call it the secret sauce or whatever. With me, it's very simple. I'm just saying what a lot of black men are actually thinking. That's it. I mean, that's the secret. That's the secret sauce. That's the secret ingredient or whatever. I'm just speaking. You know, I'm just saying out loud what a lot of black men are already thinking. That's it. That's all there is to it, and that can and will upset certain people. As you rightly pointed out, not just black women, but a not insignificant number of black men, which I've been focusing on of late, and it's understandable why they would be upset. In some ways, I don't blame them. If somebody was telling the truth about my fuckery, I'd be upset too.
But this is the thing. You you have shook media up, when you was on YouTube, and now you're not even on YouTube really. You pretty much just went right over to Mixler, doing very well over there, I might say as well. Congratulations, brother. You're doing very, very well over there.
Yeah, thank you. I
Um,
appreciate that. Thank you.
and but you have some female followers. I mean, I see females over there, but I saw people before you left YouTube. When you was doing your lives on YouTube, your live streams there, you had females. So let me ask an opposite question. What do you think draws those females to Obsidian? With the stuff that Obsidian kicks out, what do you think draws those females to you?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it's a combination of stuff. Sometimes, yeah, I had said when I was in my last days of live streaming on YouTube, I had said I guarantee I go over to Mixler and the Black Avenger or whatnot. Black women will go over there. For some black women, the fight is so enticing that they'll follow you around just so they can fight you. Like, I don't know if anybody
Mm,
noticed this. If you ever observe some black couple, sometimes you might observe a black couple and the black guy's trying to walk away from the woman,
mhm.
and she's like following him around, cussing at him, cursing him out, hollering, screaming at him, and he's trying to get away from her. I've seen that a lot. You know,
Yeah.
some black women, this isn't true for all of them, but some black women are just so addicted to fighting and really get a charge out of it that they'll do anything to keep that fight going, even if the man leaves. There's even stories of black women following black men to places like Brazil and the Dominican Republic and Africa just so they can keep arguing with them.
Wow. But That's not uncommon. We've all seen it, even though if we don't, even though we may not want to admit that we've seen it. Let me ask you about that, man, because like I said, you got a lot of people, that have a problem with you, and I think it's mainly because, like you said, you say what black men think, but you peel layers back off of some of our stories. And do you think that that's an issue with us as black people that we don't, I often say, stop keeping the secrets. That's a line that I always say because we as black folks, we're so secretive. Do you feel like you're telling a lot of black folks secrets? Do you think that that kind of plays a part in it, or are you doing that? Are you
Oh,
telling the
I'm definitely
secrets?
doing that. I'm pulling the covers off of all of that stuff. Absolutely. The fact that for a not, I have a I did a show recently called "Every Black Woman's Banged a Loser," and the idea behind it is that just about every black woman is banged what I refer to as a select fuck boy. That's something that you're not supposed to talk about. When black women talk about their complaints about black men, we always conveniently leave out the fact that the fucking and sucking part. And
Mhm.
so when black women conveniently leave that out and act as if the babies came by way of a stork, or someone just left them on the step, and all these other things just kind of happen, that allows a lot of black women to kind of put the blame on all black men. And I want to restrict their laments to the black men that they chose to lay down with repeatedly and suck and fuck and reproduce with. And I want them to hold them to that particular point. You mean the men that you've been sucking and fucking that ain't doing right by you? Well, if that's talking about, and that is what we're talking about, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't got nothing to do with that. See, if you do something like that, you force black women to take accountability for their own actions. And that's the reason why a lot of black women and some black men are very upset with me. Because I'm making the distinction that all black men don't get down like that. We have evidence and empirical data to back it up. And we have, the voices of black men every day who don't, who testify to the fact that they don't do this crazy stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely pulling back the covers on a lot of there's a lot of chicanery and secrecy and fuckery in daily day black American life, and I've had enough. I've had enough. And I'm going to use my platform to speak about it all day and all night and twice on Sunday.
Twice on Sunday. So, why do you think we're so secretive? Like, why we as black folks, why do we want to keep these secrets? I mean, what the hell do we have to gain by keeping these things locked in a safe somewhere? I mean, what do you think is behind that?
For a lot of black people, not all, but for a lot of black people, the only way they can get by is by getting over on somebody else. Because they don't have anything else, to really offer. They don't have any real talent, work ethic, ability, creativity, intelligence, or character. And so the only real way they have to get over on somebody, or the only real way to get by in society is to get over on somebody. So the secrecy helps in that regard. People that have competent people, and this isn't just competent black men, this is competent black women as well. Competent people really don't have a whole lot to hide. They're more or less an open book. Incompetent people, as a general rule, they have a lot to hide. I think it's a
Very.
fitting metaphor with a lot of black women and their Wookiee weaves, for example.
Now, somebody just came in here, Vancouver guy, longtime follower of mine. Shout out to Vancouver guy. He said, please ask Obsidian about his empathy is overrated position. You want to You want to chime in on that?
Yeah,
Brother
Vancouver,
Obsidian?
one of my longtime listeners. What's going on, brother? I think that, yeah. See, to me, the empathy piece, having compassion and empathy is really a kind of psyop or a way to kind of gaslight men. And the reason why I say that is because it's only trotted out to straight men to have a soft heart for women. You can include trans people, you can include gay men and women, that sort of thing. But anytime it's for straight men, that goes right out the window. I'll give you an example right now. I'm going to be having her on the show tomorrow. Woman that's an expert in studying and researching the so-called incel phenomenon. Those guys don't get no love or sympathy at all. Where's the compassion now? In Black America itself, where's the compassion for the so-called educated lames? I mean, we got entire books and symposiums and all kind of stuff devoted to saving the Pookies and Ray Rays. The new Jim Crow, for example. Michelle Alexander's work. Ava DuVernay, When They See Us. What about Seeing the Decent Brothers? What about that? What about some focus on their travails? How about that? But all you get in that respect is a bunch of recrimination. So this is the reason why I say empathy is overrated, and I'll take it a step further. When we have discussions about baby mamas, discussions about Black women who keep going from bad decision to bad decision in their mate choice, I have zero empathy. None. Because no one held a 6 Sauer P220 to their head and made them choose the select fuckboy again and again and again. They did that. They did it of their own free will, and now they must deal with the consequences. I'm not here to save Black women from themselves. I'm here to make sure that justice is done and that balance is restored to the force.
So, what do you think? What do you think is behind the, the picking up the quote unquote fuck boy, loser, degenerate, whatever, fill in the space? What do you think is behind that? Like, I mean, is it a mental condition? Is it are these brothers more exciting? Are they what is it? What do you think is that the crux of it?
You know what? I really don't know and don't care. I just care about the outcome. The outcomes are pretty disastrous by Black women's own admission. See, that's the great thing about my position, Brother Xavier. All I'm doing is saying what Black women themselves are saying. It's Black women who are saying they're unhappy with the outcomes of dealing with select fuckboys, not me. I'm just repeating what they said. And all I'm saying to them is, if you're so unhappy, you got to do something different. It really is that simple. And my position is, on my show, I put it out there every day. Ladies, if you don't like what I'm doing, here's your chance to put me out of business forever. Change. Stop giving me shit to talk about. It really is that simple.
Somehow I think you're going to be in business for quite some time, just a prediction. You are going to be in business for quite some time. Brandon L just brought up a good question. Do you really believe that they are unhappy?
Yes,
they?
I do. Because the outcomes are pretty, jacked up. They're Black women whose financial lives are ruined, bodies are ruined, minds are ruined, carrying around lots of baggage in the form of kids and all the rest of it. I mean, the damage is real. There are some Black women who have been beaten, all kind of, cheated on, all kind of crazy stuff. So the damage is real. So I'm not denying that. The question becomes, where do we go from here? And as long as we have all of this, fitna running interference, we can't ever really get to that. And that's not by accident. And so what I've decided to do is just brandish a lightsaber and cut through all that crap. If you want a better life, ladies, you got to choose better guys. Get the boring, stable guy, and everything will be good. It's that simple.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you two. It's a two-pronged question. Do you think that the majority of brothers are decent brothers? And also, do you think the majority of women are full of shit women, jackass and ratchets?
The majority of guys, the majority of black men are decent. The problem is black women are all essentially fucking and sucking the very same small pool of black men. Take cheating, for example. We know that in black America, black men cheat more than any other group of men in America. But that's less than 25% of black men overall. In this case, 25% of all the black men who are married. Over 75% of black men don't cheat. But because we got this small group of black men who are banging an outsized group of black women, lots of black women are under the impression that black men cheat. No, only all black men cheat of the black men that you keep sucking and fucking who belongs to this small group. And that point has to be hammered home every single time. We got to keep saying it until it sinks in, because black women that's the reason why they got the biggest, softest asses, because they got the hardest heads. We got to keep saying it over and over and over until it sinks in. Black women, more than any other group of women, keep banging and sucking and fucking and reproducing with a small percentage of black men. And if they want something different, they got to do something different. The majority of black men don't get down like that. I know a lot of black women don't want to hear it, but it's the truth.
So let's talk about you a little bit. Confirmed bachelor, successful guy, right? Successful guy, no children, confirmed bachelor. You do pretty good for yourself. What kept you from, getting married or, having a family? Because I'm pretty sure you out there in Philly. I know there's plenty of chicks out there. I've been out there. There's plenty of chicks.
You definitely don't want to mess with the women here in Philadelphia. I haven't in over 20 years. So yeah, it's been about 20 years. But yeah, the reason why I didn't get married was simple. The women available weren't hot. They were unattractive. And that includes being a baby mama. Being a baby mama is seriously unattractive. A lot of black women don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. Your baby mama, you're going to be unattractive. Now, that guys that you will be able to attract guys doesn't change what I just said. All things being equal, dudes would rather deal with a woman who ain't a baby mama than is.
That's true. That's absolutely true. One thing I've never done, I've never tried to convince dudes that, being with the infamous baby mama is a good thing. So let's go there. Let's go there. Let's talk about these old
Mama.
Yeah, let's talk about these old mamas. One of my favorite subjects. So you got these baby mamas, like you just said. If you got 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 9 babies, automatically, you're considered unattractive in your eyes, right? And I agree. I mean, I can't even disagree with you on that. So why do you think that these women who are already 3 and 4 and 5 babies in, why do you think that they still believe that they can somehow, some way find a guy of decent ilk and consequence to be with them? Why would they still think that in 2019?
Well, our society today is such that it supports the delusion of women in general. It's not just black, it's white as well. But bringing it to black America, it's especially so. You got a multi-billion-dollar business geared toward telling black women what they want to hear, from the Oprah Winfrey Network on down. You know, so we have serious discussions now about how black female obesity is tied to Donald Trump and racism. And that's said with a straight face, with a whole bunch of black women clapping enthusiastically in the background. That's just a case in point. So what you have to do is you have to be strong enough to say that's BS. Back away from the table, eat better food, and exercise. And stop blaming other people for the reason why that you're, fat, disgusting slob.
Well, do you? I know you often say the thing that kind of haunts black society the most is that we don't get along, and I agree with you that that's one of the major things there. But do you also believe that the reason why more black people don't get married is because of the obesity piece,
Oh,
the
it's
kids
absolutely
piece?
true with
Because you
black
never.
men. Black men don't want to marry
Okay.
Brittany Cooper type bras. They don't. Now, that's not to say that black men won't screw them. We are in cuffing season, after all, in much of the country. So there are black men who will screw, you know, big misshapen bras like that with ill tempers, but they're not going to like wife them in the light of day. No. It's interesting that the black female obesity rate, which according to blackdemographics.com is at present 55%. For black men, 37%. So for those of you out there that want to say, well, black men are fat too, nowhere near black women. Black women are the majority.
Yeah.
Okay. 55%. I don't think it's any accident that as the black female obesity rate rose, the overall black marital rate sank. And the thing that a lot of people, black women, some black men, have to understand is that, it's still black men that have to determine who gets married and who doesn't. Unless black women en masse want to take on that, responsibility of going on bended knee and doing the proposing. Failing that, it's still black men who decide who gets married and who don't. Because if you don't propose, there's no marriage. So, as more black women become unattractive, not just physically, but also in terms of attitude, personality, behavior, the lower the marital rate. Black, the biggest cohort of confirmed bachelors in the country now, 40 and above, are black men. And you take a look around, you find out why. I was at a concert earlier this month, me and my lady friend, and I noticed that all the guys that had ladies with them were noticeably smaller than all the single ladies. Half the crowd were single black women. The other half were couples. All the single black women, big as a house. All the women that were with guys, no matter what their height, they were, shapely, in shape, svelte. There you go.
What do you think is behind the obesity? Like, I mean, what is behind it? Like, I mean, it's not like you're born that way.
There's a lot of broken
You're not born.
behind it.
You're not born weighing 250 pounds. So what causes these women to just drift? What do you think causes them to drift into this quagmire we call obesity?
Well, I mean, you got Well, one factor is, like I said earlier, we have a very delusional society when it comes to ladies, when it comes to women. You know, we have entire movements attempting to browbeat, men into accepting just about anything from women. And this is especially true with black women. You know, a lot of black women just don't want to say we expect the topmost black men to accept our subpar ass because I'm black, you black, your mama black. I mean, really. So there you go.
Yeah, just let us be fat and y'all freaking like it.
Pretty much, not only fat, but ill-tempered, bad attitude, uncooperative, unsubmissive, uh, often bringing babies in tow, etc., etc., etc.
But see, when you tell this kind of stuff to women, because I'm around a lot of women, I have sister-in-laws and, all that kind of stuff. And, I drop this shit on them all the time. They hate my ass, boy, but I don't care. But when you drop this shit on them, they're always like, oh, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Some guys like us, big like this. And, this is
Well,
the
that was
kind of
true. How
shit
come
you
I didn't see
get.
him earlier this month? I'm glad you said that. There are guys that like big girls like that. Okay, well, how come I didn't see him earlier this month? I'm at a major upscale event for a concert. That matter of fact, you see the picture of I'm standing next to Eric Roberson. That's what I'm talking about. Earlier this month. Major neo soul singer, right? I'm at a major venue that had just opened in Philadelphia, wine bar, upscale. And if it's true, because you hear sisters say this all the time, there's some brothers too, which is really shameful. There are guys who like big girls. Okay. So if that's true, how come we didn't see him at the concert? How come all the really big Brittany Cooper type broads by themselves or with other Brittany Cooper type broads, just a herd of heifers and hippopotamuses and pachyderms? Why weren't they booed up with their guy? Why not? And why is it that all the black women who was with a man, all of them are shapely, no matter what their height, whether they're, 4'10" or 5'10", they're all shapely. Why is that? What's up with that? Make that make sense.
Well, do you think that women believe that just because they can get somebody to climb on top of them, that they consider that to be equivalent to guys collectively liking them?
Yes, because again, a lot of black women are delusional. But the acid test for any black woman ain't who's willing to bang you. It's who's willing to take care of you. Who's willing to pay your bills. That's the real acid test. It ain't nothing to get it, especially in black America. It ain't nothing to get a hard dick. It's who's willing to pay your bills. That's the trick.
Very true. I mean, you said something, man, a while back, man, and that shit has stuck with me for so long. And I've said that shit. I've said that shit to some women, boy, and they fucking have never spoke to me again because I said that shit. You said, if you want to know where you stand, take off all your clothes and get in front of a full length mirror, and that's where you stand. I've said that shit to people, and everybody who I said that shit to, they have never spoken to my ass again.
Well, it's the same thing for guys. A lot of guys don't like to hear it, but a lot of black men don't like to hear it. But it's the truth. You want to know, what you can do in the mating market. Take a look at your wallet. The fewer pieces of plastic in there with all these numbers on it with your name on it, the smaller your bank balance, the smaller your paycheck, the smaller your yearly income, the less you can do with the ladies. Really is that simple. Only in black America do we fight this. Everybody else accepts it. And there's a reason for it, because there are far too many black men and black women who are failures. Failures at being a man, failures at being a woman. And we're all supposed to act like that failure is okay because racism and Donald Trump. Bunk.
Yeah, the whole Donald Trump is the reason why I'm fat shit is just, I mean, that is like way off the ship right there. Like, I'm obese because of Donald Trump. I mean, come on, man, that's stupid. But do you think that we as black folks, do you think we concentrate too much on because I know that brother AM1 talks about this a lot. He says that black folks shouldn't really be concentrating on mating and dating and being with each other. We should be concentrating on building our paper. Do you agree with that sentiment?
Who says this now?
AM1. He says that you know, we shouldn't really be concentrating on dating. You know, we should be concentrating on getting our money up, you know, not having kids, you know, get our paper up, you know, male and female, get your money up. And then once you get your money up, then worry about, you know, having kids and all that kind of stuff. That's what brother AM1 says.
Well, there is some truth. There is some truth to what he's saying, in that getting your paper, a form of getting your paper up is getting a great education. So there's some truth to that. That being said, I think where he kind of goes off the rails a bit is the idea that, you know, mating isn't important. No, it's very important. It's the basis of civil society. When you don't have that, you have Black America. You know, you know, you have Dawn of the Planet of the Park Apes, that sort of thing. So, you know, yeah, mating is important. It is important to prepare yourself for that, you know, education and whatnot. But it's also very important that we have stable mating. Otherwise, we don't have civil society. We have Lord of the Flies. We have Dawn of the Planet of the Park Apes. We have Jurassic Park. That's what we have.
The Park Apes. So let's talk about these Park Apes, if you will. If let's say we got rid of some of the so-called Park Apes, you know, that you like to call them. You know, that's your term, not mine. So don't y'all be freaking emailing me with no bullshit. That's Obsidian's term. But say we got rid of them. Say we got rid of, say, 80, 90% of the Park Apes. Do you think that would kind of clean Black society up, or would new ones just sprout out of the ground? I mean,
well, you know, I don't want to get rid of Park Apes. I just want to put them over there. See, the problem we got right now in Black American society, I just wrote an article about this over on the Negro Manosphere website. You ever notice, and this is true on both sides, Black women and Black men. So ladies first. Have you ever noticed, you go to these venues, right? I just talked about the concert I went to earlier this month. So you go to like a nightclub, a bar, a lounge, social mixer, a speed dating event, you know, places where it's expected that the sexes, Black men and Black women, will socialize, have drinks, talk, chop it up, laugh, tell corny jokes, and yeah, if possible, try to get with each other. Have you noticed that there are Black women who are the most onerous, mean, bitchy people on planet Earth that wind up at these events? And then they get surprised when brothers try to approach them. Well, duh, that's what they do at these events. What do you expect them to do? They want to come there with their girlfriends and just be there by themselves. No, this is not the hang out with your girlfriends club. That's not what this is. This is a venue where Black men and Black women socialize together with each other. Now, if you want to be antisocial, because that's what it is, if you want to be antisocial, Go over there. Go home and be antisocial. Invite your homegirls to come over to your house and y'all can dance together. Y'all can drink all you want. You can act any way you want in your house over there. Do that over there. Because men go to these venues so they can chat it up with women and buy drinks and have a good time and try to, hopefully get with one of you. That's what men do. If you don't like that, if you had a bad experience with a guy, you got done in by a select fuck boy or 2 or 5 or half a dozen, great. Get professional counseling help and take your black ass back over there. I don't want to have to deal with your anti-socialism. It's the same thing with brothers who expect black women, not just black women. Oh no, they don't want sturdy Stacy and big ass Brittany. No, they want the hot chicks. They want Dime Piece Danielle. They want hot Mama Michelle. That's what they want. They want them to bust it wide open for free, por gratis. Dude, it don't work like that. If you're not prepared to spend money to come up in this piece, great. Go back over there. That's all. Just go over there. Look, listen. I get it. You feel it's unfair. It's sexist. Not look. I get it. Fair enough. I will give you a date. I know people where you can go and write articles about it. I know people where I can help you get a job doing that. But the wrong place to do it is to go to the club and complain and bitch and moan. Now all of a sudden you a men's rights activist. No, go over there. If you don't want to socialize, and if you're a man, socializing costs money. It's not free. It's not charity. It's not a government service. It costs money. Yours. If you're not prepared to socialize with the ladies, stay home. That's it. We got to weed out the antisocial element among black women and black men because they're fucking it up for the rest of us who do want to have night shit.
Well, you said that a lot of times, you go to these events and, women are like, they don't want to be bothered. But isn't that dictated on who the guy is? I mean, if Biz Markie walks up, they might do that. But if Idris Elba walks up, they may not be that way. Isn't that kind of how that works?
These broads. I don't know why they thinking about Idris Elba. Idris Elba ain't thinking about you. Idris Elba ain't checking for you. You saw what he did to K. Michelle. What do you think he do to you? You won't even know you exist. Stop. If you're going to be the broads with the resting bitch face and all that, great. Go over there and do that. Go home and you can have your resting bitch face sitting there with your little drink or whatever. Good. But don't bring that shit over to us, man. With your wet blanket ass. No. We don't want that. And a lot of black people honestly believe that because racism, they have a right to act like an antisocial SOB and spread that shit to everybody else. No, they don't. And what I want to do with the park apes and the antisocials and all the rest of it is create zones where they can go and they can do that. You can be all the park apes you want over there. You can be as antisocial as you want. You cuss each other out. I even said, look, I think we need to create argument bars where black women and black men can go and they can just cuss each other out. Because they don't want to do nothing else. Let them do that.
Do you think that women, black women, purposely and deliberately come out, get all the hair done and dress up and try to look good and all that shit just to come out and be bitches?
Yes. Yes. And nobody wants to deal with that crap. They've even done studies on this. Both men and women alike don't like bitches. Why do you think Hillary Clinton lost? Over 50% of white women voted for Trump. Men and women alike don't like bitches.
It's insane, man.
So this is the reason why I say go back over there. If you're not willing to be nice, here's the thing with a lot of black women. Speaking of Jason Pope, here's the thing with a lot of black women. When it comes time for them to go on that white man's job, they all of a sudden now leave the attitude at home, don't they? They know how to smile and skin and grin and shuck and jive and step and fetch it. Their whole voice changes then. Well, my position is this, bitch, if you can't genuinely do it, then fake it. How about that? Fake it for the next few hours. Fake being nice, fake being happy, fake being approachable, fake being sociable for the next few hours, and you can take your black ass back home and go back to your resting bitch face. Like Cinderella, when you get back home, the carriage turned back into a pumpkin. I tell you what, you go back from being a nice, sociable black woman to a resting bitch face bitch when you get back to the house. How about that?
So, do you think that a lot of these women who got these, like these bitchy tendencies and shit like that, I mean, what do you think causes that? I mean, are they just miserable? Are they just crazy? Are they just like
I don't care. That's the job of counselors. yeah, that's the job of counselors. It's not my job. See, this is another thing a lot of black women, not all, but a lot of black women expect everybody else to figure out. No, it's your problem to figure out. You need to figure out why you're a miserable bitch. You need to figure that out. And a good way to do that is to pay for competent, professional counseling, therapeutic help. Pay to get help. That's your responsibility. It ain't everybody else's responsibility to figure out why you're a miserable bitch. That's your job.
So, what is the answer to this shit, brother Obsidian? Like,
tell those broads to take it back over there. As long as we continue to stay silent, both on the antisocial black women and antisocial black men, this will never stop. We got to get the cojones to say, listen, you got to take that shit back over there. You got to go over there. You got to do that. You're not going to mess up my situation here because you're miserable. You got to go back over there with that.
Wow. Well, I mean, you're a famous YouTuber now. I mean, people know who you are. You put your images up there. I mean, when you're out and about, with your lady, because I listen to you, you do go to social events and you go out and, go out to dinner and stuff like that with your lady. Do people recognize you when you go out, brother Obsidian?
Thankfully, no. Thank God.
Wow. So you don't step out and they be like, oh, shit, there go Obsidian.
Wow, thank God, man. No. Thank God.
Because that's happened to me. I mean, that's happened to me a couple times where people actually recognize my ass from YouTube and shit.
Oh shit, what's good, X? Day when that happens.
Well, see, I travel a lot. I sometimes, I be out of state. God recognized me in Virginia. People in this state do listen to me. I got a few people right in the city who listen to me, but I've been recognized in Virginia. I've been recognized in South Carolina too by somebody. It was like, oh, wow. Shit, X, what's up? Wow. Yeah, it's a small world, man. Oh, good look on that super chat, brother. Great Britain. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, brother. Well, let's get into this shit, man, because this shit here bothered me, man. Yesterday, we had a stream last night, right? And, me and people like Brother Fantastic, Brother Supreme, the usual suspects, man. And we talked about this whole, people getting up on here, calling people pedos and child molesters and all that kind of bullshit, which I take very, very seriously, because I know people who who have been victims of the shit. People that related to me, people that I know very well were victims of this shit. So when it comes to that kind of shit, I don't play. You know what I'm saying? But we got a lot of it going on in YouTube now. What are your thoughts on that, man? With what people have been doing in the days of late, man. What do you think of this?
Oh, it's a sign that they've lost. It's a sign that the loyal opposition has lost the argument, lost the debate. Socrates once famously said that when the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. So there you go.
So today, people were saying we should shun these folks. They were saying, don't let these people back on your platforms. Don't talk to these people. Don't deal with these people. Don't go to their shit. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know if I go so far as to say shunning and all that. I think that they do. I think they hurt themselves. I think they bring it on themselves. I think they hurt themselves. I think that they did it to themselves. They hurt themselves. And I say let people talk. The more they talk, the more they hurt themselves. When you go
So
to ridiculous lengths at trying to one up your opposition by all kinds of slander, it pretty much speaks for itself.
So would you still allow these people to come on your platforms, and even though they've done all this shit and called people
I would.
child molesters?
I'll welcome it because that tells me that they have no arguments left. So let them say more outlandish nonsense. Go right ahead and further discredit yourself.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there, man. I don't think that the answer is just trying to give them like this so-called wall of silence. I guess that's what brothers want us to do. At least that's how it came off to me.
Yeah, some do. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's the way. I don't think that that's going to be that effective, because all that's going to do, I think that would exasperate it more, because now you're giving them more shit to talk about.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. That don't work on black folks. It really don't.
Yeah, my personal opinion is that I don't think it's going to work for a number of reasons.
Why not? Which are what reasons?
Well, I
do you
mean,
think
you just hit on one, but another. This is a vocal society. That's how things happen. By being loud and talking. Things don't happen by being quiet. That's not how America works. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. So, in American society, if you want things to happen, you gotta speak the fuck up. And I think one reason why a lot of black men take this route is because they're not effective communicators. They don't know how to really forge an argument. They're not really good with verbal communication. They're not good writers. We got to improve on that. See, Boogie says hit the gym. I say hit the books, and he's included in that. Learn to improve your diction. Learn to improve your speaking skills. He needs to be in Toastmasters. He can learn to improve himself in that regard. And that's true for a lot of black men. We got to be better, effective communicators. I talk for a living. And I couldn't do it full time if I wasn't good at it.
Well, I think that has a lot to do with the literacy rate. Only about 20% of black children are reading a grade level, man, by the time they're in the 4th grade. So, I mean, when you have a literacy problem, which we do in black society, because those numbers have risen over the course of, say, the last 10 to 15 years, because it used to be I believe 35%, which ain't that great either. But now it's 20% are reading at grade level, writing, mathematics at grade level by the 4th grade. So when you have that kind of statistics, the white man statistics floating through black society, I mean, we're gonna have people with bad diction, bad vocabulary. These people don't read. The old saying. If you want to hide something from a Negro, just put it in a damn book. You'll never
Yep.
find it.
And
that's a
with all
problem.
that being said, with all that being said, how do you propose to move forward in a 21st century, world? And you're not a good communicator, not a good writer, not a good thinker, don't have really good social skill. How do you propose to move ahead? The people who make out the best in our world today are high in all of those areas.
I mean, at some point, that's why I'm a proponent of education. I think that a lot of us, education gets put on the back burner, and I don't think it's just by us ourselves. I think it's got a lot to do with our old because she don't give a shit about our education. She doesn't care about that shit, especially when it's just her. Brothers like you and I, we're fortunate, man. We were raised by working men who provided for a family, men who had understanding of things. They knew what it was like to be a man. We were raised by those kind of people. My father was strict, about, education, hitting those books, graduating high school, working for a living. My old man didn't play that shit. He wanted you thinking that way when you were like 7. So by the time you got to be 17, that shit was well drilled into your head. And I think that that's a big problem too in Black society. There's not enough men in the picture, and when I say in the picture, I mean in the total picture, not just, in the bedroom shot. I'm talking about the total picture, and it goes to, what you always say, and some of the stuff you alluded to tonight. A lot of these women just are not. I'm going to be honest. I don't think there's a lot of marriageable Black women out there. Now, when you say that kind of stuff, women get pissed, but the stats prove it. I mean, the statistics speak for themselves.
Of course.
Because what are the marriage rates now? Like 29%, something like that?
Yeah, it's under 30%. And and for Black women, it's around like 26%, something like that. And I mean, who wants to marry Brittany Cooper? She's got no kids, but look at her. Or Brandy Victorian. I mean, come on. I mean, a lot of Black women are unmarriageable. Nobody wants to say that, but it's the truth. How's a baby mama marriageable? How? Why do I want to look into the face of all the guys she's ever fucked? That's what I'm looking at when I look at her kids. Why? And why is it that I'm supposed to put that on the side? Why? To what end? What benefit is that to me? Notice those questions.
Well, you know what they'll say, brother Obsidian. Some dudes like
I'm pretty sure they do, which accounts
some
for
dudes
why,
like baby mamas.
I'm pretty sure they do, which accounts for why the marital rate is so low. We got a lot of baby mamas out here.
Oh yeah.
So by that logic, they should be getting wifed up left and right.
Yeah. They don't they're not going anywhere, man. Baby mamas don't die, they multiply and shit. They definitely multiply.
With the baby daddies all being a small group, around 20% of Black men. Here we go again with Black women sucking and fucking and reproducing with this same small group of men. I'm looking at you, Cynthia G.
Well, BMT is crazy. He said, let some of these heifers die. You wrong for that one, man. I know that you, speaking of that, I know that you have often said, you've alluded to the fact that if women pick the wrong kind of guy, and they end up drowning in a pool of blood, that's good for them, pretty much. I know I'm just kind of giving you the giving you the short version of it, but explain that to the folks who may not have heard it.
Yeah, a lot of black women expect black men that they ain't fucking to do all the things that the black men that they are fucking should be doing for them. One of them is protecting and providing for them and security. My position is, if you got a nigga around you that ain't even good to go and check that bump in the night, what do you got him around for? Why is he there? He should be there to check out that bump in the night and dick, not just dick and then hope that you get everything else. Once again, black women hustling backwards. So, my position is, if you're dumb enough, because we got to remember something else here. There are black women in their 30s, 40s, and even 50s that's still doing this dumb shit. And if you're at that age doing this dumb shit, talking about where the black men to protect us, bitch, you brought that on yourself. I said it. I'm like the Dark Knight. I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you either. If you choose a knucklehead, you brought that on yourself. You bought that. I'm not going to be coming in on the rescue, riding in on to the rescue to help you out. You on your own. Until black women learn that the black man that you fucking suck today may be the black man that either saves you tomorrow or is the cause of your demise, black women will never change. We got to stop bailing these heifers out. Stop doing it. And leave them to their own devices with their own choices. So that's what I mean.
Do you think that's what we've done? I mean, have we been bailing them out over the past couple of decades?
Yes.
Wow.
We got to stop. We just got to stop. Stop doing it. Stop bailing them out. They want to get with the select fuck boy, knucklehead, Pookie, and Ray Ray. Great. You got it. You on your own now. Good luck. You're going to need it.
So
no woman that's ever been with me had to ever worry about her security, because I got that. No woman, including the lady that I'm with at present, has ever had to worry about her personal security. I got all of that on lock.
So where do you see black folks as far as dating and marriage and all that stuff? What do you see over the course of, say, the next 10 to 20 years? What do you think that's going to look like?
Barring an act of God, I think that things are going to continue to circle the drain. We already got 30% of college educated black men pretty much, leaving the building. We don't know the numbers for blue collar brothers such as us, but if it's anything like our college educated brothers, put a fork in it. It's a wrap. It's done. You got 30% of them, an unknown percentage of us, plus, all the baby mama-ism, and it's over. Black civil society overall is done. We're overrun with the Mighty Joe Young crowd.
Wow. Do you subscribe to Brother Supreme King's Coon, Let It Burn?
Pretty much.
I did. Let it burn.
And here's the thing, we didn't start the fire. See, people get upset when we say that as if we started the fire. We didn't start the fire. Won't you get mad at the Mighty Joe Young Negroes who actually started the fire? They're the ones that started the fire. We didn't start the fire. We're just saying, why should we put water on it? Why?
Well, then what's going to be left? What do you think is going to be left once it burns? What's going to be left after it burns?
Homeostasis.
Look it up, Negroes. Homeostasis. That's crazy. So now you're over on Mixler, right? And like I said, doing very well over there, brother. You're doing very well over there.
Thank you.
Do do you do you like the digital radio better? I mean, I know
Absolutely.
it's better. It's better
Absolutely.
far as you know what you can say, but do you like it better?
Absolutely. In every way, I love it. I love it.
Okay. I see that you still put some podcasts on YouTube from time to time too. What made you decide to go ahead and maybe throw a few things up there again?
Because I was ahead of schedule. My original plan was to do this next year, but circumstances conspired to give me an early push. So since I'm, more than a year ahead of schedule, I decided to use the remaining time to still have some fun here on YouTube and act as a funnel to head over to Mixler.
Oh, so that's it. That's what you're doing now? You're a radio guy. So are you, for the most part, like, well, you're not done with YouTube because you still throw some things up there, but for the most part, you're done with YouTube. You're never coming back to YouTube.
That's the plan. It's a phase pull out. If everything goes well by early 2021, I'll be done.
Wow. Wow. So what was the main thing that made you say, you know what, I'm done with this YouTube shit? Was it the political correctness? Was it the speech police, the flagging? What was it?
All of the above. Plus,
Wow.
plus, just kind of posting up on YouTube was never part of the plan. It was just a stepping stone to a larger goal.
Mm. Wow. So you never, so you didn't, there was nothing that just kind of happened and you just said, you know what, that's it. This is the last straw. You have been planning to leave all along, right?
That's right. But the other things you mentioned kind of hastened the process.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, you're a very controversial guy, man. You do realize that, right? You do,
Some people have
you
said
ruffle some feathers.
that. Some people
You
have
do
told me
ruffle some feathers.
that.
Well, hold on a second, brother. I'm trying. They're telling me to post my PayPal link, but for some reason, something's going on here. I don't know what the hell is happening. God damn it! I'm trying, folks, but I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. I guess they want to drop some coins, but I can't even get my shit. My shit ain't working right. There it is, y'all. Bow. There it is. See it? Go ahead and drop some coins on it. It's greatly appreciated because y'all know it's worth money. So okay. Here you are, you on Mixler, you're very popular on Mixler. You travel down through here, you're back and forth on different people's, streams and all that kind of stuff. Are you Do you do that? Because I heard somebody say this. They say that Obsidian comes to other people's platforms just to aggravate that person's subscribers. Is that true?
Sometimes.
As if I didn't already know the answer to that shit. Um, okay. So are you done doing that for the most part? Like, are you done like coming on people's panels? Because I know you were mostly, over on the neutral zone over there with Lady Wren. That's where you were kind of holding court the most. Are you done, like coming on panels and, kicking your Obsidian shit? Or are you just, you're just done with that particular platform?
That particular platform, yeah, but I'm not done in general. No way.
Okay.
I got a lot
Okay.
of feathers to ruffle. A lot of black women a lot of black women like like for me to ruffle their feathers. A lot of black women like
Mm,
they enjoy it. That's why do you think they follow me around?
wow.
They like me hearing me
But you
tell them about themselves.
So you're not even going to go back to the neutral zone as maybe like a guest or something like that. You're just totally done with the whole thing.
Well, done with the co-hosting. As for special guesting and all that, that's an open door. We'll see. I don't have any plans on doing anything right now.
Wow. So I know that you are one of those people who believes that, you said that the biggest problem of black folks is that we don't get along with each other. And
That's
I
right.
agree. And you say that that's the biggest problem that black people have, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of the other problems? What do you think some of the other
Well, I
problems
mean,
aside from that?
everything else spirals out from that. Like, for example, let's take finance. Well, we know for a fact, and I say this as a bachelor, we know for a fact that the wealthiest black people tend to be the married black people, all things being equal. Um, married people buy homes, married people buy cars, married people have bank accounts, you know, married people tend to be more stable, more employed, make more money. That's just a fact. So a lot of the problems that black America complain about would be solved if they got the mating thing straight. Want to stop gentrification? How about having more couples? Because couples buy homes. Hard to gentrify a place when you got a whole bunch of homeowners.
Is that why most of us are broke? Because most of us aren't married?
Yes,
Do you believe marriage can defeat poverty to a degree?
it did for much of the 20th century for black folks.
So what do you think? What do you think causes one of the main causes of poverty with black folks is? Is
Black
it
folks doing
is it
dumb
not
shit.
getting so that's
No,
all
seriously,
included in that,
being dumb and doing dumb shit will make you broke. Seriously.
So is the dumb shit including, being a baby
Yeah.
mama, not being married,
Yeah.
no education, all that
Yeah.
shit, right? So all that's included in that.
Yes.
So do you think, well, let me rephrase this question. What percentage of us do you think are like low IQ people, just low IQ people? What percentage what if you had to make a guess, what percentage of us are just low IQ people?
At least 60%.
Wow, for real? Six
About
out of
that.
10 of us are low IQ?
Yeah.
God damn. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. 6 out of 10 people.
That's about
Well, if six out of 10 of us are low IQ, that means we can't even be surprised with the shit we see, right?
Yep.
If we got 60%, if 60% of us are just a bunch of dumbasses, I mean, we can't be surprised about the baby mamas. We can't be surprised about the shit that goes in the hood, the drugs, the murders, the shootings. We can't
Do
be
those sound
we
like the
can't be
actions of
surprised.
Einstein to you?
We can't be surprised with this shit though, man. If 60% of us, okay, because I'll give you that. Let's go with that. 60% of us were just a bunch of dumbasses. Now, can we be surprised with the shit that we see when we got 60% of us walking around here just dumb and shit?
Of course not. I mean, what
I mean,
person that
so
walks around with their pants hanging down, you associate that with a Nobel Prize winner? Really?
well, see, you and I, because I know you and I are the same age, right? We're both Gen Xers,
Yeah,
right? And I think we're both Sagittariuses too.
that's right. Archers of the
Um,
world unite.
oh yeah. So we're Gen Xers. So we came up in different times. I mean, we came up, raised by our fathers, learning how to work and all that kind of shit. And a lot of people nowadays just don't have that, especially the young fellas that's coming up now, especially dudes that say in their 20s and 30s now. They came up, they didn't have fathers, their old mamas was hoes and drug addicts and shit like that. So when we see this kind of stuff, should we have saw this coming? When we were coming up, should we have saw what we see now? Should we have seen it? Should we
Absolutely.
have seen it 30 years ago?
Absolutely. I mean,
Did you see it?
Moynihan talked about it. He saw it coming.
Mm. Did you see it 30 years ago when you would say like in
Absolutely.
your early 20s?
Hell yeah. Why do you think I didn't get involved with none of them baby mamas and stuff? Stay the heck away from me.
So you knew that this is where we would be in 1989. You knew this is where we would be in 2019.
Yep. Sure did.
It's a damn shame. Because to me, I didn't really see it coming. But see, I was blinded because to see what I had going on. I mean, I tell people this all the time. I was a fortunate brother. I mean, I was raised by my old man primarily, so, I had, I lived with my moms, but guess what? My dad, we were his kids. We weren't my mother's kids. We were his kids. So, I mean, I was raised by my father. And, a lot of dudes that I hung out with didn't have fathers, man. I mean, I had like, when I was a young guy coming up, I may have 20, 30 friends. Only 2 of us had fathers living in the house. Only 2 of us back then, but it seemed normal back then. So when people talk about what we're going through now, a lot of this shit was going on back then when I was a young guy. Like I said, I was one of 2 of my friends and associates that actually had a father that lived in the house. I grew up with people who didn't even know who their fathers was, but that seemed normal. You were actually made fun of as a kid because you had a father.
Right.
When I was coming up.
Yeah.
Because it was so normal for people to just be with their old mama. Yep. And I think that this whole mama raising everybody thing, man, has definitely damaged us, man. I mean, I talk about it a lot, and I know people have sent me letters and emails. Oh man, X, you always talking about mamas and this and that, and I will continue to do it because I think has ruined us, folks. She's ruined us. I was on a stream the other night, and I wasn't even on the stream. I was just listening. All right. I'm not going to say what the stream was or whose it was, because if you out there listening, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I was on a stream last night, and I just, typed in the chat saying what's up to somebody. Somebody asked me, they was like, hey, X, do you still hate your mother? I'm like, what? I said, man, I'm not even going to engage you, man, in this bullshit in this chat room. If you want to engage me, I got a YouTube channel. You can come down there and freaking engage me. Yeah. I think that kind of shit, I think that shit goes hand in hand with what you talk about. You talk about these women. You talk about the BFF. You talk about this stuff. But I think it all goes back to that's where it goes back to, man. I will not let that point go, because that's where I think it all comes from. It all comes from us trying to protect old mama. What do you think about that?
Absolutely.
What do you think is behind the vitriol about the shit you say about women?
Absolutely. That's absolutely what it is. The black community is really about black women. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily a bad or wrong thing, but it is wrong in the sense that we have so much of what's going on is perverted. And, it's not going to stop until black people, decent black people, start, speaking up candidly about it. Listen, Xavier, it's been great. And we got to pick this up again. But I got to run, man.
Man. Yeah, I know, man. I know I can only keep you for about an hour and 40 minutes, man. I was looking at my watch. Brother, I appreciate you coming through, man. And we got to do this shit again, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Peace, brother.
Peace.
All right. Yeah, just got off the line with Brother Obsidian. You know, every time he come up here, he always got to run and shit after about an hour and 40 minutes. I'm surprised he stayed as long as he stayed, because he usually only stay on here about an hour, because he said he always tells me, oh, X Thursday's a bad night. So I was able to keep him here for about 2 hours. So we doing good. But he did show up, y'all. You know, all the shit we was talking about him. He did fuck around and show up. I see my brother BMT in the goddamn house. Let me send my brother the goddamn link. You know, one of my usual suspects for Dark XoDus. You know, that's if you want to hop on. Anybody else want to hop on, man? Just shoot me an email, because you know we have everybody's email. And don't y'all leave here neither, because Obsidian left. God damn it, stay your ass here. Don't go nowhere, because if you do, I will haunt you in your dreams tonight. Then when I'm done haunting you, I'll go into your old mama's room and haunt her black ass too. Don't leave away from here. Stay your ass in. Stay your ass in here. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anybody else want to come up? It's all good. Just let me know if you want to come up, come in. You know. Yeah, brother Kenny. I haunt them in their goddamn dreams, boy. They know it. Ask those people who ain't. Ask those people who have not followed me on Twitter. They wake up screaming, ah, fucking X. They damn, their damn wife be like, what the hell wrong with you? X, you don't see him? He was just standing here. That nigga was just standing here. That's why you better go follow me on Twitter, because I'll come back every night until you do. Oh man, BMT, you still out there, man? Go ahead and check your email, brother, if you're still out there. If you're still out there, man. You know. I know brother Nutso wanted to come on too. That's right, January, man. Boy, I'll be standing next to your bed tonight. I'll be standing next to your bed, and when I'm done with you, I'll be standing right next to mama bed too. I'll be standing next to that bed tonight if you don't follow me on Twitter. Look at my brother BMT. What's good with you, man?
What's good? What's good? What's good? Shout out to you. Shout out to Old Man. Y'all were killing it. I was just enjoying it. Just watching it from Peanut Gallery. Just going peanuts and drinking my root beer. What's going on, brother?
Same old shit. Did you make a live stream about me today, man? Because SKC sent me a link, but I was working and I didn't see it until like the 8 o'clock.
I sure did, man. I sure did, man. Listen, I'm making whole thesis work study classes. The breakdown. I gotta do it. I'm gonna do another one tomorrow. I did the first one, the first part with the young man Time Bandit, and how his disposition, his mindset of what he was thinking. And that is very reflective of how a lot of these supposed young men who see themselves as niggas are thinking and portraying themselves of the give up mentality. And I believe we've already spoke on stoicism. And though they can say they have the females and that they are that they're the select and they got X, Y, and Z going on for themselves, but they still think less of themselves. You see it the way he was talking. And then the second portion is going to come in, which I'm going to do, is the breakdown of the older black man versus the younger black man. I'm going to do the talk on that one tomorrow of you speaking from your disposition, which I believe it was a lot more of a hotter climate for you back then in the day versus for how it is for him now. And you're like, why are you saying that? The mindset is very self-defeating. So I understood why you were trying to reach out for him. You like, because you stopped the show to reach out for him. And that was very noble of you. But I understand your clause, Prophet. That's why I rock with you. And but I'm also, now I see that we just need to do a controlled burn. It's just you just got to do it. You know how we do it in the South. Sometimes you got to burn away the dead grass that's killing off the yard. And you put down some new fertilizer and you start anew. And we understand that this is where we're going. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. But you can't ignore 700 weeds that are now infected. You can't ignore the abortion rates anymore. You can't ignore the abuse and mistreatment that's going on. You can't ignore. See, back then, we could probably turn a blind eye and say, give it to Jesus. It's okay. Mama, you and me, it all go away. But now, it's 2019 now. And we already see that black woman hasn't always had your black men's loyalty. She hasn't always served you very well. So now, black men, you've been getting your ass kicked, but not just the black man, not just the white man, not just by the system, but now this black bitch. So now you got to say, like, well, shit. If it ain't no peace, why am I doing all this for? Because I'd be damn, Prophet, if you go out and bust and slay and do everything you got to do in your power, and you come back home to a woman who does not appreciate you. I'll be damned if you do that. I'll be damned if I do. I'd be damned if any black man. See, that's the thing about it. Why are we telling black men to go back to a community that does not appreciate you? Why are we telling them that? What kind of damn sadistic, satanic, damn mama worshiping shit praised Tupac, and Tupac told you his mama did crack. His mama chose crack over him. Y'all ride for movements that literally have fucked you over. Your woman sold you out for a goddamn dancing little fairy boy. And she says that's her man, not you. There is no loyalty with this broad anymore. I mean, honestly, it's ghetto gaggers or you. And she chose ghetto gaggers. I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, honestly, y'all brothers y'all gonna have to start drawing lines in the sand, man. Y'all gotta start drawing lines in the sand. I was gonna put up a story, and actually I can share it with you. But I believe it's a teachable moment. See, that's why I said, Prophet, I'm gonna start bringing you in on we're gonna start doing some work key classes. 2 black men, 1 NBA, 1 NFL, fighting over an Instagram model in a hotel lobby. Both have money, but they fighting over this bitch. Now, she had a baby with one of them, but she's still talking and possibly fucking the other man. This is how you niggas look.
She got that golden vagina, boy. That joker made out of gold down there, boy.
Exactly, boy. Like, it is something about this goddamn woman that got y'all fucked up. That got y'all fucked up, man. Some of y'all will gladly die. And some of these women got y'all thinking that it's your job to die for something that does not and has not ever belonged to you. And y'all believe that shit. I ain't never seen no women stays outside of a goddamn college saying, give my babies free tuition. But I damn sure see them outside that goddamn prison. Free goddamn Jumba. Free Pookie Tookie. freak roach.
June bug.
Like I see these bras do this shit, man. They got more pro fucking black movements than goddamn more pro STEM movements for getting goddamn federal shit for our damn babies. We live in the South. We see all this. You can't bullshit us.
Yeah, I see it. I'm down here. I'm in North Click, told you, walking distance from South Carolina. I can literally walk to South Carolina from my house. Shit, I was in South Carolina today, as a matter of fact. Shit, I was out there working today. Yeah, I got the message from Supreme. It was like 1 o'clock, man, but I was on the road because I do work and shit out in South Carolina, Virginia. Yeah, I'll be in different states and shit working. And when I got the message from him, it was like shit. I saw it come through on my phone, but I couldn't do nothing about it because I didn't get back here till like 7, 8 o'clock. When I saw that shit, I was like, whatever they doing now is over. That shit was like 9 hours ago and shit. So, but I'm coming down there though because I had Kendra Brown on here last week. Her son got killed running from the police. Police was chasing him with a gun, and he was running from the cop and got hit by a car and died. I'm supposed to be covering their rally. Their rally's supposed to be in like 2 weeks. So I'm gonna be down there. I'm gonna be in Charleston. I'm gonna be in Charleston.
Let me know when you're there. I'll definitely be there. I'm gonna shoot you my number after this.
Yeah, we gotta link up, man. I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna be in your backyard, man. You better come
I'll
down,
be there.
check me out.
Let's go out. Let's sit down with family and break bread and talk like men. And that's the thing about it,
man.
Y'all, you see, for who it may apply, but you gotta say that for some idiots. There are people out there. There are some kids, even in a single household, that don't follow. I gotta be a nigga. Prophet could tell you. I could tell you. But it's a choice. You can go find a man like Prophet and literally go under his tutelage. You can go find a man. You don't have to follow me. I don't give a shit if y'all say fuck me. Y'all can go find any older brother who has some wisdom that's doing their goddamn due diligence and get under him. Y'all motherfuckers chose to pick up that dope. Y'all chose to follow that bitch. You chose to doggone lay down with that one. You chose to be that ain't shit bitch. Why are you trying to tell us to doggone lower our standard for you? I'm not doing that shit, bro. I'm not. I told that to a goddamn female today when she came to the school screaming, cussing, and acting all type of foolish type of way. I said, you know what? I've never seen your ass when your child was acting up, misbehaving, running into the girls' bathroom, all that shit, and how many times that they called you, you ain't never showed up. But now that they're kicking your kid out of school, you have a problem with the school system. Well, the school system failed my baby. No, bitch. You failed your baby, not the school system. I called it just like that. I said, no, bitch, you failed your child. Why are you why are you putting your child on society to raise? That ain't your job, Prophet. That ain't my job. We didn't lay down with that bitch. She laid down with that Negro. She made those fucking mistakes. And it's time for a lot of these fucking people to understand you made those mistakes. Why are you telling other black people to fix it for you? This ain't no we shall overcome bullshit. Prophet raised his kids. Prophet living his life and taking care of his grandkids and growing old with his woman. That you did your diligence, Prophet. You don't owe it. You don't owe it. If anybody in the black community says you owe them something, tell them fuck you. I don't owe y'all shit. But I'm tired of hearing that shit, bro.
That's what Game Changer was saying last night. He was like, because I told him, I said, young brothers like that, I'll hire them and all that. He said, no. He said, no, X, you hiring niggas. You should be hiring other brothers. They need jobs. That shit was funny, man. He was like, you freaking hiring niggas that want to rob you and shit. You should. Hey, what's good, brother Nutso? What's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
What's going on? What's going on, brother X? What's going on, brother?
What's going on?
Same
What's
old
going on?
shit. Same old shit. Another Thursday night right here on DXL. What's good with you, brother?
Man, it's been a while, man. I was trying to learn how to work this shit because I was trying to get on King Sigma shit, and I couldn't because even though I had a lot to say, but I don't have this computer shit. Which I'm an old school nigga. I'm out the
Mm,
street, out
okay.
in there, and I know we talking about the 2 cents and letting brothers know that we're talking about. We might think this is this shit is hitting the pavement, and I'm a guy in Baltimore, East Baltimore, and when
Mhm.
I say the bitterness, brother X, the bitterness is at an all time. It's at an all time high. These hoes here, man, they are suffering because we're battling this new dilemma of leveling up. And I hope I ain't changed the subject on some
No,
things
no,
I wanted
no.
to get off.
Pull the trigger. Say what you want.
Man,
Say
I
what you
just
want.
wanted
Say what you
I
want.
got to get this shit out, man, because this new dilemma of leveling up, because we understand with the DJ Kid situation and what happened with the results of them leveling up. We see what they have got these horrors. And all said and done, a lot of these sisters, gotten to a point that this content, the things that you, brother X, Obsidian, King Sigma, Mr. Fantastic, the new up and coming, manosphere content creators, the black, the new school that's coming up. Man, I think King Sigma called it Manosphere 3.0. Listen,
Yep.
man, this shit is taking effect because I'm out in the bars, I'm out in the lounges, I'm out like I'm in the street, I'm in this shit. Like I'm actually talking to these women. Bro, the bitterness is at an all-time fucking high. They angry right now. Why? Because niggas not taking care of these baby mamas. Niggas not taking care, these broke bitches that's been ran through, or these feminists, these man hating. No, this. Be honest with you, bro. And it might be due to the fact that not just this content, but brothers just ain't got it, man. Brothers on some different shit here in Baltimore, like this
Mm,
savage shit here, it's getting savage here in Baltimore. But it comes down to, I don't know if y'all have a big Facebook presence, but this divestment from Blackistan and all the shit that we're talking about, they're gunning down the black bitches that reared these niggas. They're gunning them down now. Like
mm,
niggas not span, like it's real here. Niggas not span these women now. They are gunning their ass down. So you talk about uh, uh, throwing your coat over a puddle and let her walk. Those days, man, that shit is over, man. It's over.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? So these sisters are getting to a point that, like you said, it ain't like the sister Shahrazad Ali said. We only getting together. We only get along when we're in the bedroom. And I'm telling you, I'm a living testament of that. And if it wasn't for that red pill, a bitch got to step her game up to fuck with me. If she want to fuck with me, she got to step her game up. And I mean that. And guess what, bitch? Pussy don't count. It don't count. You know why it don't count? Because you have given it out to the last 50 niggas. No, I'm sorry, I'm being nice. Hold on. I said 50. 100. And that's if the bitch look halfway decent. We talk about the obesity rate and all these things that's going on in Black America, man. And black men, we finally got a voice. And not just we got it on this virtual space that we in, but you got brothers, we're actually linking up. This shit is real. We taking this shit over. Y'all don't think y'all having a effect, but y'all truly are, brother. We having a great effect.
Well, let me ask you this, brother Nutso. You said you out there and you're talking to the women and you seeing what it is, and you saying that this YouTube stuff, this media stuff, is actually having an effect. Who is it having an effect on most? Is it the men or the women?
It's having effect on the fucking women. And the reason why, because black women, like the brother Obsidian said, we're living in, they've been so social engineering of delusions. These women really are delusion, man. And here's how it is affecting them. They are running out of soft targets. What am I mean? What am I saying? A lot of these brothers are being red pilled. So, a lot of these, they don't have the targets that they usually had, to where as though a lot of brothers not aware of predatory nature of these hoes. They are aware of it. They are deeply aware. And guess what? Now, how I know is aware, I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing from them. I keep hearing that, oh, black men don't know how to date properly. Have money, resources, and black men ain't this, they ain't that. Black men, no, it's not that they not. What black men are beginning to realize is that y'all, when I say y'all, I mean black women, y'all not worth it. Y'all not worth footing that fucking bill. It's not that he don't have it. They have come to collective senses that y'all not worth this shit. And the fact that we know this now is beginning to hit home. So these sisters, man, and I'm talking about on these dating apps, because don't let me get on these dating apps. These dating apps, they are literally looking for marks. And guess what? The pool of simps, I only can speak in my demographic. The pool of simps, that shit is over, man. Here in Baltimore, where I'm at, it's over, bro.
Wow.
And I love it. It's poetic justice to me to finally see these whores. And you're not talking about a guy that can't get them, because I can pull their panties to the side. I go out, and I'm a Pookie and Ray Ray or nothing like that. But I was an ex-knucklehead. Where you think I got the name Nutso from? I was. But when it all boils down to, bro, is the fact that we as black men are beginning to realize our worth. We're really beginning to realize, man, we've really been sold a bad bill of goods when it comes down to our masculinity and what we really can accomplish if we unite. Now, there's some brothers that in this YouTube or this manosphere space that I can't say that I completely agree with, but I really believe the overwhelming collectively can. We all can come to the agreement that black women collectively, man, just don't have our best at heart, and that's not hatred. Now, That's not hatred. I don't hate sisters. I deal with them. I still, interact with them. We can all come to that consensus, and I'm just saying that, brother, our presence, like you think these platforms that you're speaking on, brothers are hearing this shit. And it's bad in Baltimore. Because a lot of niggas got a lot of time on their hands. So what nigga sitting on the bus stop doing, waiting on the bus? He got his earbuds in his ear and he listening to y'all podcast. Y'all having a huge impact, man. And I just want to salute y'all for that.
Man, I certainly hope so, man. I hope that I'm having an effect on the brothers, man. I mean,
brother.
I'm hoping
brother
that I do.
Brother Xavier, you the shit, man.
At least
and I
one.
You doing your thing. No, because guess what? Even with this replay, because a lot of times, don't get it twisted, I don't even be in a lot of these platforms. I catch the replay and I get mad at myself, like, damn, I have to get up and, go to work and do my thing. And I wanted to be in this shit. And brother, y'all are having a huge impact. And the matriarchy running scared because Obsidian just said it. What we got at 30% now? And I'm going to be honest with you. I think those are more watered down numbers. 30% of brothers, man, they dating out. They're dating out. Brothers are catching on to it. And the average guy that I'm walking to on the street, they resonate with what it represents. They understand what SYSB. I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's gonna fuck y'all up when y'all hear this. The brothers that are resonate with it, or what I would refer to in these YouTube spaces, are the Pookies and Ray Rays. So a lot of these guys aren't really Pookies and Ray Rays that we think. They have high IQs, but because they dress a certain way and they might come from certain walks of life. But I'm trying to tell you, we all are beginning to come to the same thing. And it's getting scary because a lot of these sisters, well, they not sisters, these hoes. I ain't talking about all now. We got to put that out there. We ain't talking about all. But a lot of these black bitches are beginning to realize that while it's getting harder to even run these games on the lords of the lords caliber of men.
Mm.
Come on, this shit. Like, I like to bring a certain energy. We won't liven this shit up, man. And like, I'm just at a point now that it's just beginning to become poetic justice. It's fulfilling to me. And I really thought that we were, shouting, at the walls, but our voices are really being heard. It really is, bro.
Yeah, I certainly hope so, man. I mean, I would like to believe that black men are smarter. Like I was telling Brother Obsidian earlier when we was talking, I'm a Gen Xer, right? So, you know, I got more days behind me than I got in front of me. But
Mm.
there are people who are not in that position. They have more days in front of them than they have behind them. So I would like to think that brothers are a lot smarter at their age than I was when I was their age. That's ultimately the goal, to have brothers be smarter, because I came up thinking these things too, and I was raised by my pops. I was raised by my old man, but I still came up with that. You gotta let a lady do this. You gotta let a lady do that. You gotta kind of go along with her because she's a woman. And all this kind of shit. Don't say these certain things in front of women. Don't talk to women a certain way. So I kind of came up in that shit too. I didn't break out of that. I didn't break out of that shit till I was like, 27. So I had did a lot of shit and dealt with a lot of women by then, had kids and all that shit. So, I didn't break out of that shit, man, till I was like damn near 30. When I got to be 30, that's when I kind of start seeing the light and seeing things for what they were. I mean, I've been married for 18 years. And the the reason why I married my wife was because out of all the women that I had ever dealt with in my life, she was the only one that ever understood my ass. She was the only one who knew that when I spoke, what I said was what I said. What I say is what the hell I mean. She knows how to shut up. She knows when to sit down. I mean, she knows all that shit. And she knew it from the very beginning because I'm a true believer that you cannot turn a woman to wifey material. She has to be wifey material before you put the ring on her finger. She doesn't magically turn into it. When y'all get married, you put the ring on, and the glitter and the pixie dust comes out, and now she's a wife. No, it doesn't work that way. She has
Right.
to be that before the ring. What the ring does is just amplify what's already there. And when I met my woman, she was already wifey material when I met her. So that's why we got married. But she's the only woman I ever, she's the only woman that I ever considered that. And I had been through a lot of them. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of women are hoes. A lot of women are ran down baby mamas. A lot of women weigh 300 pounds, especially if you're in the market for a black woman. I mean, if you're in the market for a black woman, and I know, I got female subscribers and they probably don't like to hear this shit, but if you're in the market for a black woman, man, you're hard pressed to find a woman that's in shape, don't have a bunch of babies already, um, ain't broke or credit all jacked up, ain't ratchet, ain't weighing in at 250. I mean, you hard
Damn,
pressed.
250. God damn.
You hard you hard you hard you hard pressed, to find that. If that's what you're looking for, if you want her to meet all of those, don't got tattoos all over her face and neck and throat and everywhere. I mean, you're hard pressed to find that inside Black society. I know, I see it myself. I mean, I'll tell everybody all the time, like, I have three because I'm a grandfather. I have 5 grandchildren, right?
Okay.
But two of my sons, my two boys, right? The 2 oldest kids that I have, my 2 boys, they both married Latino women. So I have 2 Latino, Latino and Black granddaughters and 1 Latino and Black grandson. So I have 3 mixed race grandchildren. They're named after me. They have my last name because my son has my last name. And believe it or not, I used to have a problem with it. Believe it or not, I actually used to have a problem with it. Not a big problem, but somewhat of a problem with it. But I've come around because I see what my sons were facing and what they were looking for. And I never taught them. People have heard me tell this story a million times. I've never taught my sons that they just had to be with a Black woman. This is what I demand. I never taught them that. I mean, I never taught my children that. I never taught them that. And like I said, I see what they're facing out here, because they're young guys. They're in their early 30s. So, I mean, I see what they was facing, like in their 20s and their late 20s, before they got married and stuff like that. I saw what it was, man. So, I mean, I came around because in the long run, at the end of the day, it's about Black men being happy, man. It's about brothers being happy. So, I mean, I can't criticize it. I mean, my grandchildren, I love them to death. Got a picture up right here on my damn desk. Okay, they one of the first things I see when I wake up and one of the last things I see before I go to bed. I love them to death. But would I had made that choice? Probably not. But I can't be mad at them because they made that choice. You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at them. I got love for, my daughter-in-laws and shit. I don't have a problem with them. I treat them just like family. No big deal. And I say again, I love my grandbabies to death. I don't care that they have Latino. That don't bother me at all. And there it is. They're happy. They're happy with their choices, man. And I think that's what it all boils down to at the end of the day when it comes to us Black men, man.
I want to say something, brother Xavier, and you made a statement that in the 30, the brothers that's in their 30s, man, what they're facing, and I want to make this point. I want to overtalk the panel. I want to dominate the conversation, but I got a lot on my spirit, my spirit right now, and a lot.
Go ahead, pull the trigger, man.
What we're dealing with right now, man, is the bitterness. Now, when I start my videos, because all my videos going to be pre-recorded, and I plan on taking a lot of my material over at thebblackavenger.com because I can get a little bit more savage with it, but I know I can't do that on YouTube. So, but what I am diagnosing from the ground and dealing with women that it's a lot of bitterness, right? And the reason why the bitterness is there, and that's why I got to credit you, brothers, that not enough more cleanup men. They're not in the picture anymore. A lot of these sisters have been told that I can have these ill behaviors. I can be ratchet. I can be not as respectful of manhood or just men in general. And a lot of men are beginning to denounce that notion. We ain't fucking with them. Whereas a lot of these sisters are getting to a point that why can't I get what I believe I deserve? Now
Yeah.
listen to what the key word is, I deserve. Why am I not getting what I deserve? No, that's because black men are getting educated, they're more intelligent, and they're more thinking, and they're looking at this thing a little bit more objectively. And they're saying, you know what? It's just my money, my resources, the juice is just not worth the squeeze. And a lot of these sisters, I'm not lying, Black America, because we know black women are women of extremes. You got to be extremely successful, or extremely, or they like to call dusty. And that term right there, we know this new thing with leveling up. I listen to a lot of these bitches platform, like that bitch Shira 7. They on this new level up shit. And they feel like leveling up is just about getting the bag. But the brothers like Obsidian, the brothers like yourself, the brothers like, the brothers in these chats. Guess what, man? We're taking our ball, man. We going home. We
Yeah.
are not being the cleanup man, and it's getting to. I wish CDC statistics could count the brothers on social media, man, that really understand this. I wish it was a CDC statistic for brothers that's being red pilled, because I feel like it's really underrated, because I feel like here in Baltimore, I'm at the belly of hell. A lot of these sisters, I'm talking about pretty, listen, brother Xavier, I'm talking about pretty bitches. I'm talking about pretty women, big butts, flat stomachs, pretty face. I mean, I ain't gonna say not here in Baltimore. I'm not gonna say maybe Washington, but in the DMV area, but not Baltimore. But they are having a bad time, man, because they can't accrue the high caliber brothers that has the resources and the confidence, man, to be great mates. And brothers are just pumping and dumping, man, or they not even participating. Bit of
There's a
this
reason.
piece, man.
There's a reason for that, though. There's a reason for that, though, because most men, okay, and I don't claim to represent men at no juncture of time in this stream, but I know me. I mean, I would think that, especially in 2019, the guys that are coming along now, especially the red pill, MGTOW, Ibmore guys, they're probably not putting up with a lot of bullshit. Uh, First and foremost, they not really dealing with the baby mamas and the chicks that weigh 500 pounds, and they're already just done. So if they're getting with these women have to already fit a certain mold. So once they get past all the rudimentary shit, and start talking to her, and she's got that bullshit going on with her, they got out of there, man. Those dudes are
Yes.
out of there. They're out of there. Yeah, they're gone. I don't blame them. I
How
don't
could
blame
you?
them. If you a type of dude, because I know when I was a younger guy, shit, man. I get around a chick, man. She talking that bullshit. I'm out. I'm out. Gone.
Right,
I'm not gonna stand up there and try to figure out what's going on with you. I'm out of there. So you can't blame the brothers, man. Especially brothers of consequence. Brothers who got their shit together and shit like that. They shouldn't have to put up with that bullshit. They shouldn't.
bro.
They
I
shouldn't.
got one more. I feel you. I got one more point I want to bring home, and this statement was prophetic. And I shouted him out in the chat. And I don't know, and I know you've been in this red pill space because you was banging with Obsidian from the beginning, the genesis of his podcast. And same as me, the brother Hardcore Tito. The brother Hardcore Tito said the ending of this gender war will not be between black men and black women. It will be between the black men and the simps or their mindless drones. And
Yeah.
it's going to bring me back to this piece of the passport gang. This passport gang thing is getting, I'm talking about, listen, brother, I'm talking brothers that I know that are real street dudes. I'm talking about they're real street niggas. Guess what, man? They're turning over new leaves. I'm hearing about brothers that I grew up with that, we did some shit and they got records and all those things, not felonies, but we done some shit. And they're known in the streets. They're getting their passports, man. And and this is something that we don't speak on a lot. The Pookies and the Ray Rays are leaving too. And I'm not going to say from the appearance now, from the appearance, they will seem to be that way. But if you get to know the brother, a lot of those brothers, you beginning to see like, damn, this brother, he on point. He just looked like the typical Pookie and Ray Ray. So we got to get to a point to where as though because the brothers dressing and have a certain image, they don't have the IQ, they don't have the mindset to, to elevate and experience different things, man. And I've become to realize that this passport gang thing, a lot of black men are realizing that we don't have to settle for this. And I want to take it to my last point about the mindless drones, right? Because they here on YouTube. I hear them niggas. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like that. But I'm gonna say this shit. That nigga, what's his name? Super Sly. I listened to the nigga on the Rumble. That nigga's a clown, man. He's a clown. And you talking about prominent. No, that's not you. That's not you, brother X. Can you hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Well, me,
Is
I
that
like Brother Super Sly, so
I like him, but
I
listen
like
to me,
his
bro.
shit, but
Listen,
I
I
like his
disagree.
stuff. So
Listen, it ain't just him. You got guys that been in this shit before 2014. OG brothers like Ringo TV Raw. These niggas it fucked me up because a guy like Ringo, with all the knowledge that he has, the seniority in the shit, he was back there with the guys like the Big B Kells and all that shit that was calling this shit out. You're going at guys like, Black Ram, guys that have been laying it down for brothers for years. And that's why I'm trying to tell you that this hardcore Tito prophecy, he was on point because guys that I did not think in 100 fucking years would turn against the brotherhood the way that they do. And it's fucked. It disgusts me. It really disgusts me.
yeah.
And it's fucking us up, man. So we getting to realize that it ain't just Obsidian making waves in this thing, but the fact that a lot of these brothers, I feel like, is co-conspirators to black female fuckery. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's a fact.
Yeah, well, we all know that when it comes to stuff like that, Brother Nutso, that usually when brothers are going at it like that, there's usually a broad in the center of it. There's usually a hole in the center of it. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, 9
Mm-hmm.
times out of 10, when brothers are going at it, it has something to do with what a woman said, what a woman did, or a woman's interests. Okay. And when brothers are telling other brothers, oh, you should do this or you shouldn't do that, I think we're kind of looking out for women's interests when we're telling brothers that maybe they shouldn't date this person or shouldn't be with this person or shouldn't be with that person. I mean, I think we're doing that because what are we doing? We're promoting the woman's interests because we're
Right.
telling brothers, you need to not do this, you need to not do that. And see, me, I'm about black men being happy. Whatever makes a black man happy in his life, do it. If you like marrying white women, go ahead, man. If you like marrying Latino women, Asian women, go ahead. Now, would I do it? Of course not. But I'm not going to dissuade you from doing it either because where you put your penis, is your business. That's
Okay.
your
Okay.
business, man. Whatever you,
Yeah.
wherever you put your penis is your business, man. I don't care where you put your penis at. I don't.
But why is it gotten to the senses of because it's gotten to the point where as though Obsidian and brothers like King Sigma with the redneck culture thing and Edward Anderson
Mm-hmm.
beginning to become a splintering between the so-called select and non-select criteria with this
Mm-hmm.
thing, and it's beginning to become apparent. People think, you know, some of the shit is just virtual space, but if you listen to the rhetoric, some of these things that these issues that we're speaking on really are definitely valid to a point to where as though if we throw a rock in the crowd, a hit dog on holler. So a lot of these guys, we get to a point that this non-select and select shit is getting to a point to where as though we gonna get it real. Select guys really do got a hidden in black female fuckery. Why? Because they solely benefit. And that's not me hating. I'm not hating on guys like Super Sly and the rest of them. I ain't gonna name too many names because I'll say that for my shit, my channel. But when it comes down to this notion that you're not good enough or you're not this and you're not that, to a point where as though brothers saying, well, if we weren't that, like Obsidian saying, we weren't valuable, why is black women so unfucking happy? Why is black women fucking off their youth? Why are there 50 some percent of HIV AIDS, aka DJ Kid,
Mm-hmm.
God? So all these niggas that's bigging up this black bitch and making her seem like she's this and she's God, but guess what? The God that y'all, I'm talking about these pro-black niggas, Taz, George Macon. I like him. I like George Macon. Taz a bitch. But that's another subject for another video. But those guys are saying all that shit. Y'all bow down to this hole. But guess what? The numero uno concession of black women that come back to this pro-black shit is bitches that have fucked with this white man, that have had his babies, they have took on his rhetoric. It's only after it didn't work out. Now this bitch want to come back to the pro. That's like what's his name? Fucking David Duke entertaining a white chick mixed babies, but he ain't gonna do that shit. That is the degradation. We lost our women, man. And I'm not saying all of them because I got some sisters that I still bang with there in my family. We're not saying all of them, but the overwhelming majority of black women, man, they're gone, man.
Yeah.
My brothers like Super Sly and the rest of the Ringo TV Raw don't get it. I'm qualified to say I was in his chats. I would listen to the brothers' videos. So why can't we just? And these are guys that is quote unquote in the red pill community. Is it safe to say that we got imposters in the red pill community? Is everybody in this red pill community, all the brothers in this red pill community, really red pill? Can we say that shit? I don't think so. I think a lot of these brothers, man, like the saying goes, they're one blowjob away from going back. They'll sell you out, brother. They'll sell me out, and they'll just sell out black masculinity. And that's what we're fighting for. You see Pharrell on the GQ magazine. The
What
brother,
with that yellow shit on?
he was disgraceful, man. I can't. Oh man, get the fuck out of here.
He said
Disgraceful.
they're saying that he was trying to say that that's the new masculinity or some bullshit. I don't know, man. I just saw it briefly in passing. I'm like, man, this is absurd. But that's where we headed, though, man. Unfortunately, it's come to the point where men men that are genuine men are always going to stick out. We're going to be the ones that's called loud. This what's going to happen now. We're going to be the ones that's called loud. We're going to be called shallow. We're going to be called disrespectful. We're going to be called all this kind of shit just because we're being men. That's what's going to happen.
Yep.
And the brothers who aren't like that, the ones who are more docile, the ones who are more laid back, effeminate, those are
Yep.
going to be the people that they want to make popular. Because see, like me, I mean, the type of shit I talk on here, I talk the same shit in my real life. Same shit, same tone of voice, same stuff. I talk about baby mamas, foolish black bitches, black hoes, all that in real life. In real life.
Oh, you're a
I don't
savage.
just talk that shit on here. Go ahead.
Savage like me. But listen, I'm just joking. I'm
Yeah.
fucking with you, brother. I go through it too. I got
call
three
it what it
sisters,
is.
man. They fucked up.
I call it what it is, man.
Yep. That's
Shit.
a fact, man. So
I
it's
call
like
it what it is.
It's like this new phenomenon, man, that the black men are now they're using celebrities now to basically water down and destroy black masculinity, because it's almost like, well, it's accepted if Pharrell can do this, or what's the brother that posed in the tuxedo dress, whatever that brother's name is.
Yeah, that was some old bullshit.
And that's what this is about. It's not about what I want to make this shit clear. Let's make it clear. This is not about hating black women or having a problem with black women. These platforms, this black manosphere, the conception, it is a fight. We are literally in a fight for our masculinity, because what destroyed these black boys? And really these black girls too, because they haven't had the masculinity to hold them accountable for their fuckery. Because guess what? We've been denied black masculinity for almost 5 decades now. And it ain't take just under a half a century to destroy a whole fucking race. And they want to act like that these decisions that were made to destroy the black family by this white liberal and this black female is not valid. No, y'all can't change. The world heard y'all today, man. So all these brothers, what we realizing is a splinter, and it's not between just thinking black men and but I'm gonna go deeper, because we're gonna go on the black females logic, which it is no logic. It's about who makes my pussy wet and who don't. And that's where we're at. When you got to a point where the women could define masculinity, users, you have what you have in the black race. And that's successful. But I'm gonna let it go right there. I love y'all. I just want to give a free thanks for having me on, brother Xavier. I love your show.
Brother.
And I will be donating.
I appreciate it, man.
Thanks, brother. I want to give a shout out to my brother Great Britain, that's in the chat room, and Omega Dreads, the usuals, and all these brothers that, guess what, man? It is thinking black men that we not in our fucking houses. I'm a thinking black man, and guess what? I'm in one of the roughest cities in all of the United States, and I got 10 toes on the pavement. So I love you, brothers, man. Thank you for having me, brother. And hopefully we can do it again someday. Love y'all.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it, brother. Thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate the support too, man. I do. Good luck on that.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. Thanks, X.
All right.
I'll at you. Love y'all. Good night.
Yeah, man. Right. Brother BMT, you still there, man? BMT done probably went and got him some damn cognac. Oh man, he done would have got him some cognac and probably passed out. So I guess I'm gonna close it out, y'all, because it is almost 12:30. I'm just gonna say this, man. One thing that we have to understand, I know, Brother Obsidian was up here, and y'all all know Obsidian. Obsidian's gonna be Obsidian. But to a greater point, I know you listen to people like Brother Obsidian, and they loud and they come right at it, and they kind of vitriolic, with the speech they throw out, and us brothers, we can relate to it because, like he said, he says the things that many black men think, and it's hard for me to disagree with him because I say the shit that many black men think. But digging down deeper, man, what's talked about on a lot of these platforms, man. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of the stuff that gets talked about on here is bullshit. All right. But a lot of it is not. A lot of it is not. You heard Brother Nutso tonight. He says that where he's at, he said he's in Baltimore. Baltimore's a rough city. All right. He lives in Baltimore. He said, but what brothers do, he said, brothers waiting on the bus at the bus stop said they got their earphones in, listening to people like me, listening to people like Black Ram, listening to people like Obsidian. So I think we are having somewhat of an effect on brothers. And I think that that's a good thing if they're taking in the good shit. Now, if they're taking in the old bullshit, that's something else. But if they're taking in the good stuff, man, and not making the mistakes we made, because guys like us, we old, we Gen Xers, we half dead, we got we got one foot in the grave and the other foot on a freshly waxed wet floor. So, our time for the most part has passed, and I'll be the first to admit that. I don't have a lot of dogs in many of these fights that we wage. But I do have grandchildren who will be growing up in this world that we leave behind. So I do have some concerns for Black society. How could I not? When I got people with my last name that are still going to be here, when I'm not here to counsel them, guide them, instruct them. You damn Skippy, I got some concerns. But what I would like to believe is that at some point, some of these things are going to turn around. Something's going to emerge from some of this nonsense. I'm hoping that we're not always like this. I'm hoping that all of us are not just totally lost. I'm hoping that brothers can figure things out and teach it to their sons, so their sons don't grow up to be good for nothing, layabout degenerates with no direction, no ambition, no interest. That is what I hope. I hope there's going to be a time where our daughters save themselves and only give it to the man that they're going to marry. Only have babies by men they going to marry. I would like to hope that they're going to choose wiser, be smarter, not lay down with the first dude that grins at them or tell them they pretty. That's what I hope. But you know what they say about hope, right? Hope springs eternal. Hope springs eternal. Because you look at stuff now and it's hard to believe that any of that stuff that I just said is going to take place. I don't know if it's going to take place during my lifetime. That's for damn sure. Because like I said before, I'm half dead. But maybe it will take place in some of you young fellas' lives. Maybe some of your children. Maybe some of you. Who knows? But all we got is hope. That's it. Because if we lose hope for everybody, all is lost. If we lose hope for everybody. Now, I know it's a lot of crazy old niggas out there. We all know it. If it's 10,000 niggas out there, if you find 50 that's worth a damn, you're probably doing all right. But we're not worried about the other 9,950, are we? We worried about those 50, man. Those are going to be the ones who don't screw up. Those are going to be the ones who actually do something with their lives. And hopefully, they'll be the ones that make us proud. And maybe, just maybe, that will take our attention off the other 9,950 that make us fucking ashamed. Right? But anyway, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. We had quite a good crowd tonight. Brother Obsidian, he always brings out a few folks. That's just the way that is. I appreciate everybody in my chat room right here. I appreciate all y'all, man, my moderators, everybody always doing what they got to do. But most importantly, I want to thank you for showing up tonight, spending some time with us and watching us. I am so appreciative of y'all, man. Y'all have no idea. But what I need y'all to do right now is get on down to Facebook. That's the Prophet of Thought, one word, series, the next word on Facebook. It's a community page. Go ahead, follow the page, like the page. You can even drop OX a message on that page, and I'm guaranteed to get back to you within 24 and 168 hours. Also, while you're on Facebook, get on down to the Prophet of Thought Series fan group page. That's the Prophet of Thought Series fan group page on Facebook. Go ahead, request to be a member. You're guaranteed to get up in there quick, you know. And like I always say, you know, it's a fan group page, so there's a lot of people down there posting and shit like that. So you ain't just gotta listen to X run his mouth all the time. It's other folks down there running their whole black mouths too. Also, check us out on WhatsApp and Instagram. That's Prophet of Thought. Leave out the series on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. You guaranteed to get a follow back. And y'all know I'm going to end the night like this. Get your black behinds down to Twitter. The Twitter handle is @TPOT Media on Twitter. That's @TPOT Media on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. Because if you don't, I will haunt you and your black ass mama in your dreams at the same time tonight. So once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, man. I appreciate all of y'all brothers, man. I do. I also want to thank the guests of honor, my man, Brother Obsidian, for coming through tonight. Also, I want to thank Brother Nutso and Brother BMT for coming through, man. It's always a pleasure, man, to have you brothers up on here. And hopefully it's not the last time they find themselves on the TPOT YouTube page. Hold on a sec. What you said, Omega Dreads? Let me know if you ever need an artist. Yeah, man, I always need an artist. You got to hit me up, man, in my email, man. You know, hit me up, man. Because I'm thinking about changing my my backdrops, because y'all know I got a few backdrops. I got this one, I got the other blue one, and I got a white one. But I want to change these shits, man. I want to do some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So hit me up, Omega Dreads. Hit me up, brother. So with that, and make sure you have your black behinds here next week too. Well, actually, next week I'm working on a really good show because my man Jay Shine hit me up. I'm not gonna spill the beans on it yet, but my man Jay Shine hit me up today, and he wants to do a special show, and it's right up my alley. So y'all got a good idea what it's gonna be about, right? Y'all already know. But my man Jay Shine hit me up today. He wants to do a special show on Wednesday, so that's probably where we going. I guess y'all can just look out for the promo. I'm probably just going to do a promo on it, you know, once we get it all settled and all that. I'll probably be talking to him tomorrow on the phone and shit. So once it gets settled and everything, just keep your eyes open for the promo. Got some good shit coming up for y'all next week. All right. So with that, I will leave you with 3 words, you know, like I always do. Open your mind.
The prophet of thought.
Peace, folks.
The prophet of thought. You know. The prophet of thought. The prophet of thought. Open your mind. 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 Open your mind.
Only from TPOT.